13 and Mark 10. Yeah. And they brought young children to him that he should touch them. Oh. And his disciples rebuked those that brought them. And when Jesus saw it, he was much displeased and said unto them, Suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of God. Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of God as a little child, he shall not enter therein. Now, this idea of being a child of God, yes, receiving the kingdom of God as a little child, you shall not enter therein. Mhm. Now, let's say that you decided that you're going to have a hardness of heart. You're not going to remove your fraud, yes, because as a little child, you refuse to acknowledge the laws of the United States. You would have to deny your religion. It would be kind of like you're bad. Oh, you got in trouble. And in adult language, we have jails and prisons for those that are bad. And that's where you get to go. You put me in jail numerous times? Yes. You put me in jail for a crime that took place in Sequim, Washington on December 31st of 2015. When I was in Port Angeles on that day, yes. And then when I asked you to admit the evidence that I wasn't there, instead of doing that, you all conspired that you would say I was crazy, yes. And you'd have me put into a mental institution. And then I kept sending you emails about my rights being violated. Yes. About the fraud of the dissolution of marriage. And then you made up another bogus, phony crime in Jefferson County. Yes. Where you made me go to court for 16 months. Yes. And then you made me have mental health evaluations. And you said I was incompetent to stand trial. And then I found out that my sons have been in the wrong grades for the last 7 years and 8 months. Yes. But the coach and the superintendent, like little children, they decided to throw a tantrum. Yes. And they would not go to prison. Now, I've been sending you emails and making videos about how, as adults, we get to go to prison when we decide that we're going to pay, yes, to defraud American citizens of their rights. And then on Saturday, I found out that you issued two dissolutions of marriage where you would have had to use the court system to do that because you decided you were going to fuck up my life so that I'd never be able to be employed. Yes. If I paid child support, you'd say I didn't pay it. Yes. And that I'd never be eligible for any housing and you would completely destroy any availability of just the normal life of being an American citizen because you're not wanting to receive the kingdom of heaven. Yes. The kingdom of God. Yes. As little children, you just want to be disobedient because you never reverse your decisions. You never do what the law says. And as adults, we have what's known as laws. Yes. Now, these laws can be used to prosecute you. Poop. And for every individual that said, well, I'm not suing them, I'm the pauper, Pauper. Yes. Every time I document another lawsuit, the federal government gets to pay my legal expenses. And when I sue state legislatures as a body, yes, the United States federal government gets to pay my legal expenses because I'm indigent. Oh, homeless. Oh, I haven't paid the rent this month. And your whole thought was, well, we'll make sure that the United States of America gets the bill for all the legal expenses of prosecuting all the adults that happen to be in office that would not do what they had sworn. Oh, now let's say you wanted to make me an offer. I'd say it's an insult. Yes. In many ways, if any state of the United States offered to pay me any money as a settlement for any lawsuits that I have available to me, yes, I'd say they weren't taking me seriously as an adult American man. Pooh. I'd say it's really a disrespect. Yes. As in, I'm going to make the United States federal government pay for all of my legal expenses to sue approximately 2 to 4 million American citizens because the fucking government's going to pay a lot of money. Now, I happen to know that I have the right to have my legal representation paid for, ooch, as I sue each and every state of the United States.